Hi guys, in this video I'm going to give you the basics of Python programming language. As you know, Python is a simple and easiest programming language, and it is suitable for almost all the domains. So I'm going to demonstrate the fundamental concepts of Python. So at first, there is a gen of Python. Gen of Python means there are totally 19 principles based on which the language has been developed. So because of these principles or because of these standards, the language is very popular today. So Python is the world number one language because the developers followed these principles like so beautiful is better than ugly. That means Python is more beautiful, and simple is better than complex means Python is very simple then complex, and readability counts, for example. So that means the notes or some text is very important, and when there is an error, so error should not pass silently. It must be reported to the programmer at which particular line or which particular column there is error. So proper information should be presented to the programmer. So like this, there are totally 9 principles, and which are prepared by this person, Team Peters. So by following these principles, the language was developed, and nowadays it is very popular language and suitable for data science and artificial intelligence. And then for any language, no, you need to know what are keywords. So keywords are reserved words, which the meaning of keyword is already known to the interpreter. So Python uses interpreter. So to know what are the keywords available with Python, you need to write these two lines. So import keyword and then print keyword dot kw list. Kw means keyword list, and these are the list of keywords in my current version. So, so totally there are 36 keywords, and my version of Python is 3.10.8. So it's quite older. So now we have 3.12, and in the advanced version the number of keywords are reduced. Only one keyword is reduced, so total number of keywords are 35. So keywords cannot be used as an identifier because their meaning is already known to the interpreter. So being a programmer, you cannot change the meaning. And then what do you mean by identifier? So identifier means it's a name given to class or function or variable whenever you write a program. And these are the three rules. Identifier cannot start with a digit. So you can have a digit in the middle or at the last, but should not start with the digit. And identifier cannot use special symbols like dollar at the rate, and identifier cannot be used as keywords cannot be used as an identifier. For example, here 1 var, so 1 var 5. So is it valid identifier? No, because it is starting with a number. So the error is syntax error. And in this particular statement, we have special symbol at the rate. So variable 2 at the rate 15. So this is also invalid because you can't use special symbol. And the next is for is equals to 5. So this is also invalid because for is a keyword. So keywords cannot be used as an identifier. So all these three no declarations are violating the rules of an identifier. So that's why we have got an error, syntax error. What about this? This is valid. So numbers can come at the end or in the middle, in between you can have, but should not start with the number. So variable 1 is equals to 5. It means we are creating a variable 1 and assigning the value 5. So to print the value of a variable, you can use print function. Print is the built-in function, and we are printing the value of variable 1, and we got the output as 5. Without print also you can have the result. So no need to always use the print statement if you are getting the output in a single cell. I mean, when you want to have multiple outputs In that case, the print is compulsory. Okay, for example, okay, I'll tell that later. So for the moment, remember, basically one cell is for one command. So when you have multiple variables and you want to print the value of those variables, in that case print is compulsory. Here name is also a variable. So variable means it is an identifier, right? So name is equals to Kumar, and then I want to print the value of name. So Kumar. Here the data type of variable one is integer. So 5 is an integer, and name is no string type. String means sequence of characters which are enclosed in single quote or double quotes. And here I'm creating two variables. Number 1 is equals to 2, number 2 is equals to 3, then adding these two numbers, two variables. So 2 plus 3 is 5. So in this way you can create variable, and underscore is usable. So variable 2 underscore is equals to 10, and printing the value of variable 2 underscore. So the result is 10, and this one is without print function. So we can define an identifier as is a combination of letters in the lowercase a to z or uppercase capital A to z, and you can have digits 0 to 9, and underscore is also possible. So by following these rules you can define an identifier. Then how to use comments and what are the types of comments available in Python. So there are two types of comments, single line comment and multiple line comments. So being a good programmer, you should use comments because no, generally we work in a team. So there are a set of people who share work, and the code written by one person should be understood by another person. So in that case, so you have to describe your statement, you have to describe your instruction. So for example, here I'm creating a variable 3 and assigning value 20, and then printing the value of variable 3. So you can have a single line comment which is started with a hash. So remember, single line comment starts with hash, and multiple line comment starts with triple quotes. Either single quotes can be written 3 times, or double quotes can be written 3 times. And these comments are just for description, right? Comments are just for description, to understand the program, to understand the code. So within a triple quotes you can write anything, right? So which describes your logic. Within the triple quote you can write multiple lines which describes your code snippet. Here I am creating variable 4 which is equals to 25, and then printing the value of variable 4 which is 25. And as I mentioned, depends on the purpose. You can write multiple line comments, and either you can use single quotes or double quotes. So here I am printing just hello, and these comments are simply ignored by the interpreter. Then how to create a variable, and what is a variable? Variable means it's a name given to some entity, like whenever you want to create whenever you want to perform some operation which requires the variables to be created. Variable means the value can be changeable. So by following the rules of identifier, right, by following the rules of an identifier, so you can have the variables created. So I am creating x is equals to 2 and y is equals to 5. So two variables are created. Then this is another variable xy which is equals to hey. So three variables are created, and then I would like to print x plus y comma xy. So x plus y means 2 plus 5 is 7, and xy is string which is having the value hey. So string is created by writing the text in single quotes or double quotes. In Python, single quotes and double quote doesn't matter. Next I'm checking what is the data type of x, so which is integer. Similarly checking the data type of xy which is str, means string type. Next, creating one more variable, y is equals to 7.5, and printing the value of y, which is 7.5. Next, checking the data type of y, which is float. So this is what I was talking about, no, printing the output. That means without print function and with print function. Here we have three variables created, x, xy, y. So when you write these three variables in a single cell, then what is the output? So it is giving the output of y. So it always considers the last instruction. That means the output of x is replaced by the output of xy, then output of xy is replaced by the output of y. So in such scenarios you have to use print function. Using print function is compulsory. So if you use print function, then you'll be getting individual outputs for these three variables. And then this is the same, right? Creating variable country, and the value assigned is India, then printing the value of country, which is India, checking the data type of country, which is str. So like this, variables can be created. In other programming languages, to create a variable, the syntax is you need to specify the data type, and then variable name, and then assignment if you want. Like for example, int space x is equals to 5, right? So you are specifying the data type of the variable. But in Python you do not require to specify the data types. So based on the value, it automatically considers the data type. So here x is integer, y is also integer, and then yeah, y is also integer here. What about xy is string? So based on the value assigned, the interpreter considers the data type. Here y is float because 7.5 is a float number. So here I'm creating multiple variables x and y and assigning 1. So multiple variable assignment is possible in Python. So when I print the value of x and y, so it is going to print 1 1. Both are having the same value 1. This is another example. A comma b is equals to 2 comma 3.5. So 2 is assigned to a and 3.5 is assigned to b. Then printing the value of a comma b. So the result is printed. Like here, employee ID is 101 and name is Kumar. Then we are printing the values of both variables. So multiple assignment is possible. Then how to create statements? So statements are nothing but, statement is an instruction to the interpreter. Sometimes the statements can be lengthy, means bigger, which can also require to be continued in multiple lines. In that case you have to use slash. So this is backward slash. So s1 is equals to 3 plus 4. So this line is considered as one statement, and we are printing the value of s1, so which is 7. Multi-line statements can be written by using backslash. So 2 plus 4, which is 6, continued, plus 3 multiplied by 2, which is 6. So 6 plus 6 is 12. Then here is without brackets. So based on the operator precedence, you'll be getting the value. So here also the output is 6 plus 6, which is 12. And in Python, indentation is very important. So if you do not align statements properly, then you'll be getting the indentation error. So look at this example. A is equals to 12, and if a double equals to, so double equals to means comparison, single equals to is assignment. So if a double equals to 2, so a is having 2. If 2 is equals to 2, then this is printed. So we are using if statement. I'll tell you about the if statements later on, or you can also check the videos in our channel, so about the control flow statements, which describes the different kinds of statements and loops. So if this condition is true, then it is going to print a is equals to 2. And one more point to be noted is, after colon, when you press enter, look at the cursor where it is pointing. So the next statement should start from here. If you do not start statement, or if statement is missing, then you'll be getting an error. So in this case, so a is 2, so 2 equals to 2 is true, then the output is a equals to 2. What happens if you miss the next line? Then it raises an error exception, so indentation error. So there is the block or statement expected which is missing, so the output is indentation error. Even you can notice one thing: if this particular statement is not aligned, like or it is not aligned properly, so look at the print function, so the color has been changed to red. Even if you put one space, then again red, again red. Now this line is at the correct position, so that's why the print function is turned into green color. So this has to be noted. Then we'll see what are the basic data types available in Python. So the first one is integer. Integer means it can be a positive number or negative number without decimal point. So a is a variable assigned with the value 1, 2, 3 and checking the data type of a, which is integer. And then to know the size consumed by this particular variable, we can use the function get size of a. And so from this sys libraries, importing the function, using the function get size of a means how much memory is occupied by the variable a, so which is 28 bytes. To know the general size of integer, which is 24 bytes. It actually differs from software to software, means application software to application software, depends on the operating system, even also depends on the hardware. So this may not be this may not be same, understand? So that's the point to be noted. And then float means which has no number with the decimal point, like 125.32, so it's a float. Then how much space is consumed by b, which is 24 bytes. Then normal float object size is 24. Similarly, we are creating a string. String means sequence of characters, like our name or like here country, assigned with the value India. So you can use double quotes or single quotes. So in Python it doesn't make sense. But in other programming language, single quote is used for single character. And for string you have to use double quotations. So variable is created. I'm checking the type of country, which is a string, and then size is 24 bytes. The normal size of string is 51 bytes. Then the other data type is boolean. Boolean means which takes two values, true or false, either true or false. So creating variable d and assigning the value false, then checking the type of d, which is boolean. Get size of d means what is the size occupied by d, so 24 bytes. The normal size is 24 bytes itself. And then complex numbers can be created. As per mathematics, it is having the real part plus imaginary part and then j. So sometimes in mathematics I is also used. So e is equals to 2 plus 3j. E is equals to 2 plus 3j. Then checking the type of e is a complex number, and then the size is 32 bytes. The general size, normal size of complex is 32 bytes. And how to take help in Python? So these are the two ways you can use help function. Help, and then in the bracket specify the keyword that you are seeking the help. So I want to know about the complex number, and this is the description. So it create a complex number from real part, and imaginary part is optional, thus not compulsory. Or else you can also take help by specifying the keyword and then question mark. Then help will be in a separate window. So here it is in separate window. And then what are the operators supported by Python? So the first category is arithmetic operators like addition, subtraction, division, and then this is modulus. Modulus means when you divide a number then it is going to give you the result. What is that? Remainder. So multiplication, and this is floor division, and then star star means to the power. Floor division and to the power are available only in Python, so these are not available in other languages. So that is a point to be noted. And here I am performing basic operations. 1 plus 2, which is 3, 2 minus 1 is 1, 1 multiplied by 2, which is 2, 1 by 2, so 0.5, and here 1 by 2.0, that means integer divided by float, is the result is float, and this is modulus. So when you divide a number 15 by 10, what is the remainder? Remainder is 5. And this is another example, 3 modulus 2, remainder is 1. Next, how to use floor division. So floor division means it gives the nearest integer, it always downgrades. So look at this value operation, 2.8 divided by 2.0, the result is 1.4. But when you use the floor division, the number is rounded to 1.0 only, downgraded to 1.0. Similarly, 3 divided by 1.7, which is 1.76. So if you use floor division, the result is going to be 1.0, so always downgraded. Then 3 by 1.3 by 2, which is 1.9, means the result is approximately closer to 2. Understand, it is closer to 2. So but it is not rounding, so this is also downgraded to 1.0 only. This is star star means to the power 2 to the power 3, which is 8. And these are the relational operators available in Python. Double equals to, used for comparison, it checks the left side operand and right side operand's value. If they are having same value, then true, otherwise false. And this one is not equals to, less than, greater than, less than or equals to, greater than or equals to. So if the result is, if the condition is true, it returns true, otherwise false. So 3 is greater than 2 or not, it is true, so the result is true. 3 less than 2, the result is false. And creating a variable z and assigning 1, so z equals to 1, and then doing the comparison. So 1 equals to 1, it is true. 1 not equals to 1, false. 1 greater than 1, false. So 1 greater than or equals to, which is true. So these are the relational operators which are used for decision making. Then we have logical operators, and, or, not. So I think you have the knowledge of AND gate, OR gate, NOT gate. So you have to refer the truth table. You can search out in Google the truth table of AND gate. So then based on the truth table of AND gate, you can get the results. So true, false, true and false is false, true or false is true. Here is OR gate. Not means opposite of x, x is true, opposite of true is false. Opposite of y, false opposite, which is true. Then x and y we already got, what is that? False, false opposite, true. So like this you can use logical operators, and these operators are used in expressions. And then we also have bitwise operators like AND, OR, exclusive OR. This is right shift, left shift. Before that you should have the basics of number system, and these are the base 4 types of number system. Decimal number system, in which only 10 digits are allowed, 0 to 9, so that's why base is 10. Binary, only 2 digits are allowed, 0 or 1. Octal, 0 to, octal means 8, 0 to 7. Hexadecimal, 0 to 9 and A to E, right? So base is 16 for this. For more information you can refer other resources, how to convert the number into binary or octal or hexadecimal or in reverse. So A is equals to 2 here and B is 3, so the 2 has to be converted into binary. So when you divide it 2 by 2, then what is the result you are getting? So the binary value of 2 is 10, binary value of 3 is 11, right? So 1 and 1 is 1, 0 and 1 is false, so 1 0. So 1 0 means it is true, it is 2. Then ARB, so you'll be getting 1 1, 1 1 means 3. This is exclusive OR. When the digits are same as per the truth table, that is uh, 0, otherwise 1. Here we have the built-in function bin, binary value of 2, which is 1 0. Then what is 0b? Is a prefix which indicates, which tells that 1 0 is in binary format. Then binary value of ARB, so ARB we already got it, so that is 1 1. 1 1 means 3, so 0 b is the prefix. Then binary value of 5, 1 0 1, 0 b is prefix. Binary value of 9, 1 0 0 1, 0 b is prefix. And this one is right shift. You shift one digit, you are shifting one digits of 5 towards the right side, so the bit is shifted and then you need to discard that. Then there is a lack of one digit, in that case 0 is added, so then the resultant value is 2. So the finally you are getting 1 0. 1 0 means 2. And if you do the same, so shifting one digits of 5 towards the um, left side, then the result is 1 0. You'll be getting the output as 1 0 1 0. 1 0 1 0 means in decimal it is 10. So this is the conversion. And we have identity operators, is not. So it is returns true if the operands are identical. Like here x is 5 and I am checking is x is 5, so it is true because x is 5. And there is a warning, it is going to be deprecated. Instead of is, you can also use double equals to. Then x is not 5, so it is false because x is true, x is 5. Then membership operators, in and not in. So this is a Python list. List is nothing but set of elements. List is created using square brackets. So we have the numbers 1 2 3 4 5. Then I'm checking whether 3 in M exists or not. It is true. 3 not in M, false because 3 is there. 6 not in M, true because 6 is not there. Right, so these are the membership operators. Then built-in functions. So there are some built-in functions, and you can use these built-in functions. You can use these built-in functions to you can use built-in functions like you have the hex, so 170, which is in decimal number system, converted into hexadecimal, so which is 1 AA. So what is 0x? 0x is the prefix. Then hexadecimal value of 10, which is A, so 0x the prefix for hexadecimal. If you give hexadecimal value, then you'll be getting the default value, which is decimal number system 170. Octal value, OCT means built-in function. Octal value of 9, which is 1 1. Then what is prefix? 0 is the prefix, which tells that 1 1 is in octal. You can do this in reverse, octal into decimal. Then binary value of 5, 1 0 1, so 0 is the prefix. So these are all built-in functions. Then we have a function int, which converts a number from one system to the another system. Here we are using int function when it takes two parameters, like the first argument, what is this, 0 0 1 0, right? And what is the base system value, which is 8. So we need to also specify the base system value. We are saying that this number is in octal, so it will be converted into decimal. Then 0xAA, the base value of hexadecimal system is 16, and this is also converted into decimal. This is in binary, so base system value for binary is 2. So all these three numbers are converted into decimal number system. So 82, 170 and 10. When you use no a single argument to the int function, like 7.7, which is float, it is converted into integer. Then str value of 7 converted into 7 only, as per the ASCII. ASCII stands for American Standard Code for Information Interchange. So based on the ASCII table, this computer works, right? So for more information, you can also take help like ASCII table in Google. Then you'll be getting the images. Let's take this, not this. Yeah, look at this. So in ASCII table, the capital ABCD starts from the position 65 to 90. Small ABCD starts from 97 to 122. And for each key there is a number. So by referring the ASCII table, you can get the computer understand. So what is the character at the 97 position? We have checked at 97 position the character is small a. Then opposite, where is a? Where is a in the ASCII table? So capital A is at 65 position. ORD means ordinary value. So these are also built-in functions. Then this round is important function. You can round the number to the nearest integer. If the number is greater than 0.5, then it is upgraded. If it is less than 0.5, it is downgraded. And you can also specify the number of digits, floating digits. Like here my number is 5.431. It is upgraded. For example, if you make it 5.6, then what happens? It will be upgraded. Else if it is less than 0.5, downgraded. And the next number 4.51592, but I want two decimal digits, so 5, then 1592 is converted into 2. What about this 5.4281, but I want three decimal digits, so it is converted to 5.428. So this is the use of round function. Complex function we have already used to create a complex number. So c is equals to complex of 3 plus 2j, and we want absolute value of c, which is 3.60. As per mathematics, the value of j is square root of -1. So for more information, you can also take help on the complex number. You can see the string here, document string. It create a complex number from real part and optional imaginary part. And then there is a function div mod. It means dividing 9 by 2. Then the output is in this format: quotient and remainder. So quotient is 9, remainder is 1. Then there is a function is instance. So this function returns true if the argument is an instance of a class, otherwise false. So here I am checking 1 is an integer or not. It is true, so the result is true. For the second print statement, 1.0 is an integer or not, so it's not integer, so the result is false. And in the third print statement, 1.0 either integer or float, so it is true, so the result is true, false, true. In the next statement, hello is an str or not, it is true because hello is string. Here also, for more information, you can take help on is instance. Then there is a function pow of x comma y comma z. Sometimes it takes two arguments, sometimes it takes three. As per mathematics, x to the power y to the power z, which is equals to x to the power y, then modulus z. So in the first print statement we are giving only two parameters, so 3 to the power 3, which is 27, then 3 to the power 3 modulus 5, the result is 2. So power is a predefined built-in function. Instead of power you can also use the operator star star. 3 to the power 3 is 27. And this range function is important. So here we are using the list function to create a list of elements, and that input to the list is range of 3. Range of 3 means when you say range, you need to specify starting, ending, minimum, maximum. So we are giving single digit 3. So by default starts from 0. As the index is starting from 0, the last element is n minus 1 up to 2 only, up to 2. So 0 1 2, 0 1 2. In the second statement, starting from 2, we are specifying starting and ending. So starting from 2 and up to 9, but not up to 9, it is up to 8 only, always one less. So this is the output 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. And in the third case we are specifying starting, ending, and then step value. Step value is 8, which is added to each number. So 2, then 2 plus 8 is 10, 10 plus 8 is 18, 18 plus 8 is 26, 26 plus 8, which crosses the limit up to 29 only. So this is the use of range function. You can give negative values also. Minus 2 to 9 means minus 2 to 8 only, and this is the output, right? This is the output. Then list of range of 2 to 40, it is similar to the third print statement. So 2 to 39 and 5 is added to each number. This is the output. So these are the some fundamentals of Python. And next you need to learn how to take input from the user. So you can use the built-in function input. Here type something, so whatever you write in the quotation, that is exactly displayed. So it should be meaningful, right? So type something here, then it is asking type something here. I'm typing name Kumar, then that is assigned to the variable ABC, checking the data type of ABC, it is str, string type, then printing the value of ABC, which is Kumar. And whatever the input that you give from the keyboard, so by default it is string type. So if you want number, you need to use conversion function like integer. So int of input of the text, it will ask you to type integer here, then you can give input some number like 50, then 50 is assigned, converted and assigned to ABC1, then checking the type of ABC1, which is integer, and type of printing the type of ABC1, so 50. If you want float, then you have to use float conversion function. For example, enter your salary, so give some float number, then that is taken as input and assigned to salary, and then we are printing your salary is, so whatever you write in quotation, that is exactly displayed, and then we want the value of salary, so which is printed here. So like this input function is used. And as a basic, you should also know how to use print function, print statement. As I mentioned before, you can use double quotation, so whatever you write in the quotation, that is exactly printed. Also I said that you can also use single quotes, so it doesn't make sense. So double quotes and single quotes are same, so the output is hey here. And if your text is larger, means multiple line, then you have to use triple quotes. If you don't use triple quote, then this statement is not going to be displayed in multiple lines. So this is the output here. Then I'm creating two variables, string 1 assigned with the value world, then hello followed by the value of string 1, so this outputs hello world. Then one more variable, string 2, and the exclamatory mark is the input assigned to string 2, then printing the value of hello followed by string 1 plus string 2, so world and then exclamatory mark. So you can see the gap between the values. You can also use plus. Plus means for concatenation, joining. When you use plus, there will be no space. There will be no space. This is another example, having a variable first name, last name, then it say hello, then whatever your first name and last name. And we can also use format specifiers as you use in other programming languages like C, C++, Java. So percentage %s is for string, D is for integer, F is for float, O is for octal, and X is for hexadecimal, and E is for exponential. Here I'm writing a couple of statements, and I want to convert 18 into different formats. So D means integer, so 18 converted into integer is 18 only. 18 converted into float is 18 point, you can see precision, this is called as precision, 60 by default. Precision is 6. Then 18 converted into octal is 22. 18 converted into hexadecimal 12. Then 1.8 e to the power 01. This is no exponential form. E means exponents. Then this is similar example. I'm using three format specifiers: percentage %s, string, float, and integer. So giving different data types here. So it is string, this one is float, and this one is integer. So all three are printed. Then this is also very important to understand: precision width and field width. So field width means the width of the entire number. Precision width means the number of digits after the decimal point. So the default precision is set to 6. So look at this. F, so format specifier. For float, this is the general syntax. Percentage followed by field width. So we are not specifying any field width here. Dot precision width, that is also not specified, and then F. So means default. So 3 point. The default precision is 6. So 6 numbers are there. And in the next cell, I'm specifying precision width. So field width is not mentioned. So 3 decimal digits will be there, 121. Here I'm specifying the field width. The total width of the number is 10, and 5 decimal digits will be there. Okay, 5 decimal digits. And what is the actual length of my number? So 5. These are 5 digits. So dot is also counted, and 3 is also counted. So totally 7. The actual length of the result is 7, but the field width given is 10. So 10 minus 7. You can have 3 blank spaces before the number. Then 0 padding means the number is preceded with 0. So how do you declare that? Before field width write 0. Means instead of blank spaces you can have zeros. Then how to display the positive number and negative number? If the number is positive, even if you write plus, then plus is not displayed, but negative sign is displayed. I'm giving the field width as 9, so there is no precision width. So default is 6. So 3.121312. So plus is not displayed, but minus is displayed. In the next line, if you want to display plus sign, then what you need to do is you have to write plus before the field width. You can write plus before the field width. Now this is the output. So plus is displayed. Then if you write negative sign before the field width, then the number is the output is adjusted towards the left side. So you are having the blank spaces after the number, right? So earlier it is the space is before the number, but when you write negative sign, you'll be having blank spaces after the number. Got it? So if you don't use print statement, what happens? You can have marking like quotation here. If you use print statement, the marking will not be there. So these are some fundamentals, and it is better and it is better you should know all these functions, and no, you should know how to declare a variable, what is the meaning of identifier, what is keywords. So keywords cannot be used as a variable, or a variable or identifier. And then we discussed about operators, data types, then how to use print functions, and then what are the important built-in functions. So I hope this will help you to have the basics of Python, and for other concepts you can also refer our channel to have the videos. So thanks for watching. So do subscribe our channel so to get more updates.